Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cards and the Lions on Sunday Night Primetime.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're...
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Fighting his way through contact. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes...
1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Looking to throw, Hooker. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I almost see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Hooker now off play action. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. The short brought down at the 45. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So here are the Cardinals now with a long field ahead. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the right sideline. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Campbell. Got a man. It's London. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. Now 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Campbell. This is caught, and he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cards are on the board first here in this division round matchup. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. B.J. Ojulari, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Here's third and a few inches. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he is going to have a Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Throwing, Hooker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. B.J. Ojulari. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Hooker. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. One semi-factor, if you want to call it that was brought up in the papers this morning here, Charles. You got a dome team on the road in a cold weather environment, first round of the playoffs in January. Do you think that's a big deal?
Ordinarily, I say no. But in this situation, because you're used to that perfectly controlled environment, some coaches will want their teams exposed to it. And if you're coming from a warm weather place and, even getting outside of your dome doesn't really help you, a lot of times they'll go on the road a little bit earlier. Go to a cold weather place, go to a place where there's a little bit of weather and practice there that week before the game to try and simulate the conditions they expect come game day.
Campbell from the gun on 3rd down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. On second down, a run with Hall. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Operating from the gun, Campbell.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Taken from just outside the 30.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off play action. Campbell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Campbell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one lines up incomplete.
Campbell now on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your... Back to throw again.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
This one complete to Patton.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw. Campbell. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
This fielded right at the goal line.
So here come the Lions now. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see
and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 59 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Here's Hooker.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll go again with Hall.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Campbell.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Campbell.
Loose inside the 30.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 61 yards.
yards. And the Cardinals are able to add on to that lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. The Lions offense set to take over.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
First down throw here. It's Hooker.
He's got a man complete.
Down to the 10.
And in for the Lions touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cardinal offense takes back over. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Taken in at the 22.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short pass caught by the tight end Griffin. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Now a handoff running through.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10.
Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. Listen, he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's a give up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 23-yard run.
And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Now Campbell throwing to start the drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come down quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown.
Marquise Brown
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Dancing away at the 35.
Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to couple him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Now Hooker. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a third down and 3. Hooker. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
To throw is Campbell on first down.
This pass is caught by London.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Here's Campbell on first and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Now it's second and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So first and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Campbell. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Operating from the gun, Campbell looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
And the catch made, it's Patton. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So on fourth down, they decided to go with a run-pass option. A good decision.
And the run can get you there,
but the pass gets you there quicker. Nice decision, picks up a first down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Dak Prescott, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Back to throw. Campbell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Campbell. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Back to throw. Campbell. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Well, you're right about that. It was a small, magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The running game back to the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 14-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Throwing. Hooker.
Complete. It's Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Now they try the right side here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Hooker's going to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Hooker.
Touchdown! From 3 yards out.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Off play action. Campbell.
That is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A toss left side for Hall.
There he goes left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the 2nd half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Off the bootleg, Campbell.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to throw again.
Got a man, it's London. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half.
Campbell throwing to start the drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. First down throw here. It's Hooker.
And in for the Lions touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So out now come the Cardinals.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
3rd down and 6.
Looking to throw. Campbell. And this is going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. For the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's looking sharp here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It appears that the halftime gave him a little bounce. You know, came out, spring in his legs, a little pep in his step, and he's taken off and running really well in the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes we talk about how guys don't want halftime to come, but some guys, they're happy when that break gets there.
You never know which way it's going to go. He's taking advantage of it in this one, though.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Hooker now on 1st down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Bryant. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here's Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown!
A great effort there.
closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, Campbell. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll run with Hall. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg, Campbell.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Campbell now. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel? Let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now
he's loose again. And in for the Lions touchdown. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Noble. This one is caught. It's Patton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now a 2nd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Patton. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And a 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll look to throw again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. And they'll try to run the option here. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run with Hall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Noble. He dumps this one off here to Hall. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's the option. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now Hooker. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. On 1st and 10, Noble. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. To throw on 2nd down, Noble. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Noble. Now he'll escape to his right. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave,
the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just